From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, September 28, 2014. Silver is trading at $17.67 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,219 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $392. Antiwar.com reports, though Turkey was loudly touted by the Obama administration as a key ally adding to their coalition against the Islamic State, so far Turkey has not agreed to take any military role in the war, and indeed had previously ruled such a role out over concern about hostages. With the hostages freed, Turkish officials are now opening up to the possibility of some military role, with President Tayyip Erdogan saying the country could take a role in the future fighting against the Islamic State. The comments were decidedly non-committal, though Erdogan did say he was open to deploying ground troops into Syria for the creation of a future buffer zone along the border. Turkey has been keen to see a buffer zone created inside Syria as a way of getting rid of some 1.3 million refugees they've taken in since the war began. Since much of the Turkish-Syrian border is now held by the Islamic State, it's not an ideal place to carve out a temporary refugee camp. Turkey had proposed the buffer zone years ago when the Syrian civil war began, but the fact that they're once again floating the idea suggests they may be nearing some commitment to the conflict, despite the huge risk of blowback and fighting a war along their southern border. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Bitcoin Not Bombs. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy, maximizing the potential cross-promotion of all our clients and commercial partners. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. Reuters reports, the president of Spain's Catalonia region signed a decree on Saturday calling an independence referendum on November 9th, putting him on a collision course with the central government, which says such a vote would be illegal. The wealthy northeastern region, which accounts for around 1/5 of Spain's economy, has its own language and distinct culture, and has long fought for self-rule. A large majority of Catalans want to hold a referendum on independence, according to polls. The region's president, Artur Mas, signed the decree in a solemn ceremony in the Catalan government offices in Barcelona, surrounded by his government and political allies in his campaign for independence. Mas said in a speech immediately after the signing ceremony, "Catalonia wants to speak, wants to be heard, wants to vote. Now is the right time, and we have the right legal framework to do so." Madrid has vowed to block the referendum. On Friday, the Spanish Deputy Prime Minister said the cabinet would meet on Monday to formalize the appeal against the vote. The objection would then be handed to the Constitutional Court, suspending the vote until a final ruling on its legality, which could take years. Spain's central government says a Catalan independence referendum would violate the country's 1978 constitution, drawn up on Spain's transition to democracy. Mas is under pressure from separatist coalition partners to go ahead with the referendum, even if it is declared illegal, although he has himself said that he would not do anything that is against the law. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. The AP reports a volcano in central Japan erupted in spectacular fashion on Saturday, catching mountain climbers by surprise and stranding at least 40 injured people in areas that rescue workers have been unable to reach. Another 7 are missing. The injured, who were unable to descend the 10,000-foot Mount Antaki on their own, are staying in mountain lodges. 32 people had serious injuries, including at least 7 who lost consciousness. Police, fire, and military rescue workers were planning to try to reach the area on foot after daybreak on Sunday, after deciding that the ash in the air made it too dangerous to use a helicopter. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.